At the macroscopic or bulk level, matter can be classified as mixtures or pure substances. Many of the substances present around you are mixtures. For example, sugar solution in water, air, tea, etc. are all mixtures. A mixture contains two or more substances present in it in any ratio which are called its component. A mixture may be homogeneous or heterogeneous. In a homogeneous mixture, the component completely mix with each other and its composition is uniform throughout. Sugar solution and air are thus the examples of homogeneous mixture. In contrast to this, in heterogeneous mixtures, the composition is not uniform throughout and sometimes the different components can be observed. For example, the mixture of salt and sugar, grains and pulses, along with some dirt, often stone pieces, are heterogeneous mixture. You can think of many more examples of mixture which you come across in daily life. It is worthwhile to mention here that the component of a mixture can be separated by using physical methods such as simple hand picking, filtration, crystallization, distillation, etc. Pure substances have a characteristic different from the mixtures. They have a fixed composition, whereas mixture may contain the component in any ratio and their composition is variable. Copper, silver, gold, water, glucose are some examples of pure substances. Glucose contains carbon, hydrogen and oxygen in a fixed ratio and thus, like all other pure substances, has a fixed composition. Also, the constituents of a pure substances cannot be separated by a simple physical methods. Pure substances can further classified into elements and compounds. An element consists of only one type of particles. These particles may be atoms or molecules. You may be familiar with atoms and molecules from the previous classes. However, you will be studying about them in detail in Unit 2. Sodium, copper, silver, hydrogen, oxygen, etc. are some examples of elements. They all contain atoms of one type. However, the atoms of different elements are different in nature. Some elements such as sodium or copper contain single atoms held together as their constituent particles, whereas in some other two or more atoms combines to give molecules of the element. Thus hydrogen, nitrogen, oxygen gases consist of molecules in which two atoms combines to give their respective molecules. When two or more atoms of different elements combines, the molecules of compound is obtained. The example of some compounds are water, ammonia, carbon dioxide, sugar, etc. The molecules of water and carbon dioxide are represented. You have seen above that a water molecule comprises two hydrogen atoms and one oxygen atom. Similarly, a molecule of a carbon dioxide contains two oxygen atoms combined with one carbon atom. Thus, the atoms of different elements are present in a compound in a fixed and a definite ratio, and this ratio is a characteristic of a particular compound. Also, the properties of a compound are different from those of its constituent elements. For example, hydrogen and oxygen are gases, whereas the compound formed by their combination, that is water, is a liquid. It is interesting to note that hydrogen burns with a pop sound and oxygen is a supporter of a combustion, but water is a fire extinguisher. Moreover, the constituents of a compound cannot be separated into simpler substances by a physical method. They can be separated by a chemical method. Thank you.